Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Cherry. I am a mom of 3, a wife, a nurse, and a whole array of other things. But I'm coming to you to talk to you today about a topic that's near and dear to my heart because I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I felt like what perfect time. I have a few moments today to talk with you guys about some things. So I'm here. Mainly to help a lot of people out. A lot of people are always asking me questions. Forgive me, I just took my foot off my brake. I'm sitting up under my garage. I have somewhere to go in a few minutes. So, well, anyway, while I'm here, I hope my heat is cold today. So I hope my heat is not drowning me out. But anyway, I want to give you guys a good talk on Down syndrome. A lot of people, a lot of mothers, a lot of friends come to me and question me all the time because my 3-year-old has Down syndrome. And I want to give you information on it, my experience on it, because I just need you to know some things about it. It's not what you think it is, especially for the moms who may have just received the diagnosis. I want to kind of be that person to kind of help you out along the way. It's a learning experience. I learn something new about the diagnosis every day. Every day. It's always a constant learning experience. So I will not tell you everything in this video, but we'll keep building on it, adding to it. So I guess I'll just start with how I found out and how I felt about the diagnosis when I found out about it. Some of you guys know already and some of you don't. So for the ones that have, I've told my story to before, thanks for listening. And for the ones who have not heard my story, I hope this helps you out in somewhat form, shape, or fashion. So, my oldest was 7, 8 at the time, and my youngest was 7 or 6 at the time. They're only 14 months apart. So, I found out I was pregnant in October of 2015. And that December, I got into a car accident. I was working as a home health nurse at the time, and I normally take my same route. But this particular day, I took a different route. And this young girl did not stop at the stop sign, and she sideswiped me. So I ended up going to the emergency room, and I got an ultrasound. So far, so good. So I was having really, really bad back pain. Sorry, I saw something fly by the window. So anyway, I called my doctor, scheduled an appointment, had an ultrasound done. At that particular ultrasound appointment, I found out that Ava's brain was not developing properly. I think her cerebellum at that point was misshapen, and the doctor was showing me all the brain scans, and I think she showed there was like excess fluid on the back of her brain, on the back of her neck. So she told me that I had the option of getting the amniocentesis test. Well, I opted to get it because I didn't know whether or not the problems was caused by the accident or something else. So I got the amniocentesis test done, and when I got the amniocentesis test, it came back positive for Down syndrome. I'm not gonna lie, I was distraught. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I thought it was something that I had done wrong. I was questioning God. You know, why would you do this to me? I do everything right in life to the best of my ability. So what did I do to deserve this? Why would you do me this way? So as we progressed on along in my pregnancy, they discovered a mass on the side of her neck They did not know where it come from. They said that she was missing her nasal bone, which are the nasal bone, the fluid on the back of the missing nasal bone, the fluid on the back of the neck, are all soft markers or indicators of a child having Down syndrome. They can examine that on the ultrasound. And you know, they monitor me closely throughout my pregnancy, and I feared the worst. I mean, there wasn't too many days that went by that I did not cry. Every doctor's appointment, I felt like I cried the whole time. I just really could not, I did not enjoy my pregnancy to the fullest extent that I enjoyed my other 2 pregnancies, because I was afraid of the unexpected. That's normal. I mean, if you're a mama that's dealing with this and you unexpectedly get a diagnosis and you're thinking, what in the world am I going to do with this? What am I going to do? That's normal. So we got the diagnosis, and like I said, I was just upset. But I am here to tell you guys, because I'm 3 years in, almost 4 years in, that it's okay to be scared and nervous at first because you don't know what to expect. It is a long road. We struggle some days. I still have my moments where I have to go off in the little corner and just give myself a good cry. But it's okay. You are going to be all right. Your baby is going to be all right. Your baby is going to be the love of your life. When I held my baby in my arms for the first time, my soul just lifted. She has came into our family's life and has showed us the world in a completely different light, and your baby will do the same. If you just received the diagnosis that your child will have Down syndrome and you're still pregnant, or you may have just had your child and you did not know the whole pregnancy and you just got this news and you don't know what to do with it, just know you will be quite all right. Your baby will be all right. You may have your struggles, but I'm telling you, it will be the most amazing experience that God has afforded you to have. Let me plug this in because it went dim on me a little bit. I don't want it to die before I keep talking to y'all. Like I said, we've had our challenging moments, but just know everything will be fine. I want to be here to give you encouragement, to give you light. It will be okay. A lot of people feel like, because, and I know I'm not going to say a lot of people, I can't speak on everybody, but some people, and I experienced that at the beginning, because some people feel like because your child has a disability that something is wrong, like it's something to be frowned upon, and it's not. I don't know why people feel like that. It's something to be cherished. It is. It really is. People in general with Down syndrome, from my experience, bring so much love into this world, and I feel like if everybody could see the world through people with Down syndrome, that it would be no issues with the world. The world will be so full of love. It's like God gives them the perfect amount of love to spread through the world, because our Ava has showed us like the true definition of love. She really has. You guys will get to meet her. She's in school right now. All the kids are in school right now. But you guys, and when you meet her, you will fall in love. Everybody that she has met has fallen in love with her, and she is falling in love with them. She is the perfect blend of diva-ish, stubbornness, love, kindness, all of it. She's the perfect blend of all of it. and your child will be too. Every person that I've met with Down syndrome is just the sweetest, lovingest people. So it will be okay. I think the best thing that one thing that I can tell, I won't say the best, I say one thing that I can tell moms who's going through this and don't know what to expect: you're gonna be okay. Y'all are going to be fine. I thought I wasn't gonna be okay, but like I said, I'm 3.5, 4 years in, almost 4 years into it, and I have been okay. One of the best things that has ever happened to me, and I would not have it any other way. If God spoke to me right now and say, hey, I can change Ava to where she does not have Down syndrome, I would be like, why would you do that? I will keep her just as she is. You made her perfect for me and our family. So I grieved, I cried, I was upset, I was miserable, I was depressed, because I thought that I was missing out on the perfect baby. Like, I was just not gonna have the perfect baby. Like, I just was passed on that chance and just given this child that was just gonna be, I don't know what I expected it to be, but I felt like I had lost something. And it's okay to feel that way. I felt bad for a long time because I felt that way, but it's okay. It's only human nature for us to be scared or misunderstand our feelings because of the unexpected, because it is unexpected. You don't know. When the doctor talked to me and my husband and gave us the diagnosis, she said that it can go one of 3 ways. You can have a child with Down syndrome that's high functioning. You can have a child with Down syndrome who is at the moderate level of having the disability, or you can have a child with Down syndrome that's just so how did she explain it, severely disabled. But we prayed and we got through it. I feel, excuse me, I'm scratching and just itching. I feel that Ava is high functioning Down syndrome. We do not limit her. I think that has a lot to do with it. My OBGYN was so perfect for my situation, because when I went to her crying, she said, why are you crying? It's gonna be fine. Your baby is gonna be just fine, because she will have an advantage because she has siblings, older siblings, and she is going to be trying to do everything that they do. They are going to teach her so much. And she didn't lie. She didn't lie. Having a brother and sister was the best, because she does. She thinks that she's a big kid right along with them. We do not limit her. We don't stop her from doing anything. We push her to do more than what she feels like she can do. And she has exceeded all our expectations of her. She is reaching her milestones just the way that she needs to. I will get deeper into that later. For a lot of you guys that's looking at this and haven't heard of Down syndrome or don't know what it is a genetic disorder that affects the 21st chromosome. We all have 2 pairs of chromosomes, and people, children, adults, anyone who has, I'm sorry about that, I got a phone call. But for the people who have, for people with Down syndrome, they have 3 copies of the 21st chromosome, where you and I, that does not have Down syndrome, we have 2 copies of the 21st chromosome. And there's 3 different types of Down syndrome. There's trisomy 21, translocation, and mosaicism. And T21 is the most common of all 3 types of Down syndrome and translocation and mosaicism is hereditary. So that means that someone down the line in your family tree, family history, has had it. But in our case, trisomy 21 is something that just spontaneously occurs, and it was nothing that the mom, dad, anybody could have did. It just spontaneously happened. We just added a huge amount of love to our family, is the way that I look at it. And like I said, I would not trade Ava for anything in the world. I just could not experience life without her, and you will feel the same way about your child. So I'm just bringing you guys a lot of light and understanding around the topic of Down syndrome, because I just want to enlighten people that it is nothing to fear. It's everything positive and right, because I get asked a lot of questions, and I don't mind talking and speaking on the conversation, because knowledge is power, and a lot of people think that it's a bad thing to have any type of disability or disorder, and it's not. It's just about an understanding the good and bad that comes with it. And that's with anything. That's even if you don't have anything going on. There's good and bad aspects of life in general, but I just want people to kind of get an understanding so they will know. Especially, it's just nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. I cannot stress the importance of how much love you'll receive out of somebody that has Down syndrome. So this is the first video of many, and like I said, it's always a learning experience. Ava is 3 now, and if you have a child that's older than that has Down syndrome, we can learn from each other, because I'm constantly learning every day. I run across people all the time who have children, older children, much older children, sometimes teenagers that have Down syndrome, and I'm questioning them, like, what do I expect? Where do I go from here? If this issue is going on, how did you handle it? Because sometimes you handle situations with children with disabilities a little different than you handle a situation with a typical, so-called typical child. So I always have questions. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, like this video. There will be plenty more to come. I will go into a lot of more details about what I have experienced, what Ava has gone through. You guys will get to meet Ava. Not only Ava, you'll get to meet Monroe and Kamari, and also my husband may possibly pop up in a video or two. We have a lot of stuff going on this year. I have a big surprise for you guys, but I'm not ready to reveal it just yet. So I'm just gonna wait on that moment. But I hope you guys enjoy my video. I love this is a topic of conversation that I love to speak on. I love to hear other people's comments and concerns about it. I love learning new things about it, and it's just something that I would forever hold near and dear to my heart. So this is all for today. I have some other stuff that I need to take care of, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye, loves.